Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Talking Nerdy. You've got your hosts here, Pepper Brooks, Cotton McKnight, coming at you hot. We're going to give you a sweet play-by-play of tonight's events. Have you ever seen Dodgeball?
Who hasn't seen Dodgeball?
Yeah. That's what I'm kind of going for here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cotton.
Cotton.
I got it.
Right? And like you said, Cotton, last week, tonight's episode is pretty dark.
Yes, very dark.
So dark, couldn't even see it. If you're watching it on a TV that doesn't have HDR, good luck. You were seeing silhouettes and just listening to people talk.
Definitely reminded me of episode 3 in Game of Thrones.
Oh, season 8, when it was just the dark battle? Yeah, you're like squinting, changing the brightness on your TV, and it's just like, okay, I'm just going to listen.
That's when I bought a new TV, actually.
Is it? Yeah.
I blame my TV.
Now, can you see those scenes?
I've never watched it again. Who watches season 8?
Yeah, you don't. You just want to get that out of your memory.
Yep, I do.
Yeah. So today we're going to cover episode 9. It was a doozy. Yeah, just dark. It was dark moments and just visually dark.
Yep, visually dark more than anything. No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, there's a lot that unfolds. This is the start of the Dance.
I think it was so dark because a lot of this stuff happens in the shadows.
True. Oh, true.
See,
Yeah,
I'm thinking
this is an episode of Whispers.
Is a lot of because a lot of stuff goes on that's not in the public eye. Actually, almost everything goes on behind the public eye.
Yeah, this whole episode, everything. Yeah.
So that's maybe a double meaning on the shadows.
Gotcha. The only thing that bugged me though with the darkness is that you'd have a scene where you could see the windows and so much light was coming through, but the whole shot was dark and all you'd see is the window, a candle, and a silhouette of a face.
I know.
And it's just like, I think a little more natural light would come through.
I think so.
Yeah.
But what do we know?
Change that ISO setting on that camera and let me see some stuff.
Absolutely.
How cruddy though would it be to be in hair and makeup for like 8 hours and then watch that scene and be like, you can barely see my face.
What's the point?
Yeah.
Not our problem.
Not our problem. But in this episode, King Viserys is dead.
He dies.
And that's a game changer.
That is. Viserys the Peaceful is no more.
Yes. Long live, or he had a good reign. He had
a peaceful reign. No wars, really.
Yep.
With Westeros. No wars were declared.
Great king. Absolutely great king.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But now that he's dead, the vultures are coming out, and everybody wants to sit on the throne.
Everyone wants to be a part of someone.
Be a part of it.
Be a part of the team that sits on the throne.
There's 2 teams. You have Aegon from Allison versus Rhaenyra from Viserys.
Correct. That is correct.
Yes. And, so after the death, here, let's hop over to this because you get to see, or was there something else?
No.
Oh, okay.
Keep it rolling.
Oh, keep it going, baby. So after this, you see a shot, and it doesn't really explain what the shot is, but Colby laid it out pretty nicely.
I did. I noticed that what Talia is doing is this is a sign they had with Mysaria that she is letting Mysaria know that the king is dead. It looks basic, but it's a certain candles against the window, 5 candles, and Mysaria now knows that the king's dead. Because otherwise, Mysaria has no idea, because they lock everyone away. Mm-hmm. So this makes sense to me. That's what I thought when I saw it.
Without her having to leave where she's at, she can send a message to Mysaria.
Yep.
It's either that, King Viserys is dead, or somebody's stealing third.
I don't get it.
I don't know. Just keeping with the.
I don't get it, Cotton.
Hang in there, you'll get it. And then so now Mysaria knows, which is a big part of this episode because later on we reveal what you have been saying this whole time, that she is a big part of this.
She is
this show, and this episode a little bit later definitely solidifies that very thing.
But until we get to meet her.
Yep.
Or actually reveal. Well, no, revealed last episode, but yeah. So next episode goes to the small council.
Ooh, the small council. So let's show you this because this is a moment that differs from the books.
It is,
right? And I know you love Alicent.
I do love Team Alicent.
But
this actually makes me like her more. So thank you for solidifying everything.
In the show, it does.
Yeah, in the show, for sure.
But in the book, this is not how this scene plays out.
Agreed. But in the show...
Allison is just, she's a sweet little thing in the show.
Mm-hmm.
Cares about everybody dearly. She's got a big heart. In the book, though, it cuts from Viserys dying right to this council meeting, and Alicent is leading the charge with Otto,
Pretty much.
saying that Rhaenyra's kids are not hers.
Yep.
Or not Laenor's.
Yep.
And there is no way that they should be the rightful king.
So I think the way Alicent feels this way is after the supper they had, and she found her friend again.
Yeah, there was like that heartfelt.
There was a heartfelt moment. You know, Viserys. They both love Viserys, and now she wants her friend back. She wants no harm to her friend, and then she has all these cutthroat people in there who pretty much want to kill her friend now that she's just got reunited.
Yeah,
and she's like, you watch her the whole scene. She's like,
"Oh yeah,
what? You guys had this plotted the whole time?" Like,
yeah. So yeah, in the show, like this moment, she's letting everybody know because she's already told Otto that Viserys' dying last words were that he wants Aegon to be king.
Yeah.
And then immediately the small council's just like, cool. All right, so let's make this happen. Let's make this happen. And she's just like, wait.
You got that plan ready? Cool. Perfect. Let's go.
Yeah. And she's like, what is going on here? Like, you guys have been transpiring behind my back, behind Rhaenyra's back, that you guys were going to, no matter what, make Aegon king. And they're just kind of like, yeah, we keep you out of the small petty stuff. Like, this is what we're going to do.
Obviously, small.
Yeah.
Her kid.
Right.
Not a big deal.
Not a big deal. And this breaks Allison's heart because she's just like, whoa, like, can I not trust you guys? And two, I, up until last night, had every intention of making Rhaenyra queen. And so you guys would have went against the queen and king's words.
Yep.
Which I think in the show that's got to ring, that's good. She's going to have to remember that a little bit. Like, no matter what I say or what Aegon maybe even says, these guys could be transpiring against whatever.
I don't think she trusts any of them.
I don't think she trusts
at this point. I think the only one she trusts in here is Kristen Cole.
Yep.
Out of everyone here, she doesn't like anyone else.
Don't forget Laris is here too.
No, he's not.
Is he not?
He's not on the small council here.
Oh, he is at some point.
He is, and he gets. I don't know. He's just creeping somewhere. He's probably under the table. Yeah, actually, you know what? I know he's under the table.
Right?
I 100% know he's under the table.
It might. Oh, yeah, he's a creep in this episode.
We'll figure that out later.
You get to see a fetish. For some reason, I know in the book he's here because it mentions that he's a man of no, like.
Yeah, no, I
words.
know he's in there, but.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not here right now.
Oh, okay.
He's under the table. Anyways.
Well, yeah. So she gets this shocking reveal from the small council, and Otto's leading the charge, her own papa. And he wants Rhaenyra and the kids dead. Yeah. And everybody's all for it. And she's like, you can't be serious. Like, why kill her?
Three people are on board with it.
Yeah. Right. And then, but in this moment, Beesberry, the honorable man that he is, stands up and pretty much just says, look, out of all you guys here at this table, I've known Viserys the longest. And there's no way that up until his dying day, that he wanted Rhaenyra to be queen, and then his last breath is that he wants Aegon.
To someone else who is the opposition, pretty much.
Exactly, right?
Yeah. I mean, he's like, he would not change his word. He would have done it later in his life, but not to no one else.
Exactly.
So he doesn't believe it, and he has every right to not believe it because it's uncharacteristic.
It's uncharacteristic, and it isn't how it really played out.
And actually, if he would have said that, Viserys would have said that, it would have put Rhaenyra in harm's way as well, because then it's pretty much saying that she is not.
That the kids are not.
The kid are, I mean, indirectly, yeah.
Yeah, no, it would have. Yeah, it would have got his daughter and the kids killed. So this moment, I'm not going to play it because...
we don't want to.
We don't want to, but so in the book, there's like 3 different versions of what happens next. No matter what, the ending result is that Beesberry does get killed here. In the book, they talk about how he gets sentenced to the cells.
Yeah, sent to the dungeons, and no one sees him again.
Nobody sees him again. The other one is that Sir Kristen Cole comes up behind him and slits his throat, and there is another one. I forgot what it was.
He dies.
Yeah, ultimately, they all say he dies. And so... this is true. He does die in the show. He just has a little bit of a rougher death and gets his face slammed into the little ball that they have on the table.
The balls of joy.
Balls of joy. Yeah. Man. In some cultures, they use like balls for like serenity and stuff like that. The little chime balls. Yeah. But I don't think Beesberry found serenity in this ball.
Man, maybe it's probably quick.
Should have learned how to dip, dive,
and
dodge.
duck them balls. Gosh, that was a good one right there.
Right.
Gosh.
But yeah, no. So he passes away, and this is like a eerie moment in the small council because one of the maesters asks that we should remove Beesberry's body, and Otto is like, nope, those doors are not opening. He's staying right there
Until we have our plan.
Yep. And so everybody has to stare at Beesberry's dead body.
And how bad would that start smelling?
Maybe not in that moment, unless he defecates himself.
No,
'cause
but
he's
like
dead.
in the books, I'm pretty sure they say they stay there for 7 or 9 days.
Yeah,
Until they figure out what's going on.
They were there for a bit.
And I don't. So in the books, it makes Allison seem like a lot meaner.
Yeah.
Which
Well,
makes
and
me
the
feel
smell-
like there was a lot more back and forth, which makes me feel like this happens. I agree with maybe Allison. Because if Allison's on board with Otto at the very beginning, I don't think this is 7 to 9 days.
No.
This is maybe a day.
No. And the smell that you were about to say, they do talk about the smell, but it's not this body, it's Viserys' body.
Oh, yeah.
They waited so long that, the smell of his body is like creeping through the kingdom.
But if that's the same night.
Yeah, there's no smell. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think, man, it's tough because like this moment is just so different from the books. You absolutely, like this moment in the book, if you're reading it, you are like, screw Alicent. Screw Otto, screw the Hightowers.
I'm on her on the show. I'm on Team Allison.
But they make her so wholesome and like so just motherly in this moment.
She is a great person in this show, and I'm sick of you talking. I'm sick of you trashing her.
I got to be on Team Rhaenyra.
Well,
Damon, Rhaenyra, and
I got 3 teams. How many
and
teams?
Mushroom.
Okay, Mushroom's not in the show, so I'll take Damon, Aegon, and Aemond, not Aegon. Nope.
Well, you can have Aegon.
No, I don't want Aegon. Aemond and Allison.
He looks like Aegon looks like the singer from My Chemical Romance.
I don't know. Oh yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Pasty face, red, around the eyes and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so they, after that moment, it's very shocking to. Oh, I didn't mean to show you that, but
Lord Commander Westerling.
Oh yeah. So I was gonna say it's very shocking to Allison what just happened, but. Lord Commander immediately is just like, whoa, Sir Kristen Cole, you overstepped your bounds.
So here's the thing, though. Who does Kristen Cole serve?
Alicent.
Okay. Allison didn't want Lord Beesberry dead right then and there.
No.
So who does he serve?
Oh. Well, who else would it be then?
Maybe he's just hates everyone. Except for Allison.
He's just so angry that if somebody steps out of line, they're dead.
If someone steps out of line with Aemond or Aegon, like against Aegon, maybe he's just in love with Aegon. I don't know. Because, Alicent wouldn't have wanted that.
No.
She doesn't want killing.
And if he truly knows Alicent, then
plans, so he wouldn't have done that. So that makes me think that maybe he does have a different
agenda.
He doesn't serve just Alicent.
Maybe
he's got Otto in the back.
Is this foreshadowing?
No.
Okay.
Honestly, it's not. It's just a hunch, because the show is a little bit different than the books, and I think we can't get the full story from the books. Key
moments. That's it.
Key moments. That's it. And then I think something else is going on. I think he's got Sir Otto's in his ear a little bit.
Oh man, I think you might be right, Cotton.
Thank you.
We'll have to watch that one play out. Can we get that one on instant replay? So this moment, Lord Commander is ticked off. Tells Sir Kristen Cole to drop his sword. It starts getting pretty heated. Allison's pretty much just like, whoa, because Sir Kristen Cole's like, I was defending her. He insulted the queen. She's like, I'm not insulted. And so now they move back onto their plan, and Allison doubles down that look, we're not killing Rhaenyra. We're not killing the kids. They're in Dragonstone away from all this. Let's come up with a plan that she'll agree to and keep her in Dragonstone. Let her live. And they're all fighting, and Alicent pretty much just says to the one dude, if you open your mouth again, I'm going to send you to the wall. And now everybody's kind of like, ooh, she's got her boss boots on.
She's ticked. Well, she's ticked just because they're making their plans without her.
Yeah.
And that's bullcrap. She should be a huge part of this.
And so they ask her, okay, what are your plans? And she's frozen. She doesn't, it's on the spot. She doesn't know.
She hasn't been plotting this for years like they have.
Exactly.
So she doesn't know yet, spur of the moment. I don't know yet,
Yep.
I want to keep everyone safe, but no wars. So good luck,
And of course, Otto steps in again, and he's just like, Lord Commander, sweep Dragonstone, make it quiet and swift. And I love the Lord Commander. He just rips off his white cloak and he's just like, I don't serve you guys. I serve the king.
I wonder if he actually escaped here, where he went, because I don't know if we see him again.
No.
I don't know if he's in the show again. Because they don't let anyone leave the Red Keep.
True.
So I'm surprised Sir Kristen Cole actually didn't follow him out
and deal with him. Yeah, that's a good point.
Because it's the same thing in like Game of Thrones. As soon as Ned Stark took away his Hand of the King, Jaime attacked him.
Yep.
So as soon as he get rid of the white cloak, he's no longer a part of them. Could they attack him?
He could. He quit. He's not protected anymore.
Nope. And he's in the Red Keep, armed, dangerous, going against the Queen's. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that could have portrayed it like that.
Could have. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if we'll see him again.
Would have made it interesting, and I think the same outcome would have happened.
Absolutely.
Right.
I just want to see. Yeah. I don't like Kristen Cole.
No, he's such a punk. Somebody needs to take him out.
Someone will. Hopefully.
And they need to do it soon.
Hopefully they do it. Hopefully it's, I don't know, someone.
Yeah, somebody. So that all plays out, and then, well, let's see here. I'm drawing a blank on the next scene. Sorry.
So the next scene, what happens is all we see is people rushing around in the Red Keep.
Oh, this is the mandatory lockdown thing.
So what they wanted to do was make sure no one could spread the news, to give them time to actually figure out what's going on. They need to make sure the Red Keep's locked down so no one can leave.
Yep.
And so what they do is pretty much imprison everyone, which kind of sucks. But like Talia's imprisoned, that little boy's imprisoned.
Rhaenys is imprisoned.
Everyone's locked in, so the news cannot spread, because as soon as the news spreads, it's going straight to Rhaenyra.
Yep. That's it.
Straight to her. They know that it's going to happen.
She's got dragons. It's going to create a war.
Yep.
And so in the books, they're also worried about the townspeople actually finding out at this point.
Because they don't know split. They don't know who they actually have allegiance for.
They want to get the coronation done, solidified, so Aegon is king, and that nobody can uprise. So nobody gets to leave. Everybody's detained. All the housemaids, everybody's in a cell.
Yep, pretty much. They just rush them all down there and just go, because no one knows what's going on.
Yep.
It's in the middle of the night. I think they said it was, in the late hour, 2 or something like that, maybe?
I think so.
2-ish in the morning.
Yeah. So a lot of chaos. Everybody's trying to figure out, how to handle this, what's going on. Yeah. And then Otto and Alicent, at this point, now they need, they need a king. They've just declared they're going to make Aegon king. Where is he?
The heck is the little...
Yeah. They need to go find him. So Otto has his own agenda. Alicent kind of has her own agenda, really just to keep Aegon away from Otto.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Right?
She doesn't trust Otto anymore.
No.
She's like, nope, I don't know what you have planned for my kid, but I need to deal with him first.
Yeah.
Set him straight a little bit. Yeah, he needs his mother.
So Otto hires Eric and Arik to go search for Aegon.
Twins, yep.
The twinsies. And Alicent knows that Eric has the upper hand because he knows Aegon's whereabouts and what he likes to do. So she enlists Sir Kristen Cole to go look. But Aemond is like, he's not the only one that knows what Aegon's up to. Let me go help Sir Kristen Cole. We'll get him.
It's a good thing, too.
Yeah. And you get to see that Aemond takes Sir Kristen Cole to all the spots Aegon used to take him, which is a lot of dirty places in King's Landing.
He's a dirty boy.
He is a dirty boy. He, I think, as Aemond said, it's something about like it's time to get wet or something like that.
Yep.
And so, the hunt is on. You have Team Otto, Team Alicent. They are searching King's Landing for Aegon.
And that is, and that is different than the books, too.
Yeah.
They are on the same team in the books throughout. They are like this, not like that.
They're working together in the books.
They are definitely working together, or at least that's what it portrays to us.
Yeah. Yeah, you are just getting like the keynotes of it, so you kind of just, that they need to find Aegon, and then they find Aegon.
Pretty much, yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So I do like the show, though, because the show is showing you a lot of stuff in this moment, like in this in-between that is not in the books, and it kind of makes it a lot more interesting.
Absolutely. Like, this is like a hunt. Like, who's going to find him first?
Yeah.
And it's like,
And you get to deal with the White Worm. You get to deal with...
child pits.
Oh, that's a big scene. All right, so on this hunt, Eric and Arik, they're starting to split themselves. Everybody's splitting apart. That's also like another theme of this. Allison and Otto splitting apart. Eric and Arik splitting apart. So they're looking, and Eric's taking Arik through all the spots he thinks that Aemond would be. One of them is a child pit, and they get these children, probably orphans, and file their teeth down, let them grow out their nails so they can attack each other. And they talk about how Aegon goes here quite often, and you get to see actually kind of why he goes there quite often. When Eric and Ark are walking around, they see a kid, I think, chained up to a wall.
I know he's just chilling there. He's not moving.
Yeah, maybe he's in a cell or something.
Yeah.
But it's a blonde little kid, and Eric tells Ark that that's one of Aegon's, and one of many probably that he says in there. So Aegon's creating little children, and every time one pops out and Allison doesn't find out about it, that kid's going to this child pit and having to fight probably to the death.
Against other crazy psychos.
So that kind of just lets you know right there that this whole journey is to show you how poorly Aegon is going to be of a king.
Yeah, or Aegon's going to be a crazy king. He's going to be like the Mad King. But he's going to be like... And
they were worried about Laenor, like kind of making King's Landing this unruly place for everybody's sons and daughters. Aegon.
Yeah. Aegon's kind of a wild one.
Yeah.
He's kind of a wild one. Like Aemond, pretty much says it himself. You know, I study the histories. I know the houses. I want this.
Yep.
And it won't even. He's pretty much like it, and I don't even get a chance.
No, and Aegon's wife even kind of says that when Allison asks her where Aegon is, and she says little one-liners, like that weird girl in Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Right. And she's just like, the one will always want what the other one has, or something like that. Talking about Aegon and Aemond, but so Aemond and Sir Criston Cole are also looking, but they're looking at the brothels, and the one they go to says he hasn't been here in years. Go look somewhere else. But she recognizes Aemond, and she's like, "Oh, you've grown." So Aemond's been there, but with Aegon.
Yep.
Yeah. And so they're looking, and I don't know where we want to stop at this part, but they do ultimately see the twinsies.
I think they see him. Yeah.
Later.
I think they see them. Yeah, in a little bit later. Yeah.
Yeah. Because during all this, Aemond does mention to Sir Criston Cole, if they can't find Aegon, he's going to be the next king.
Yep.
Aemond will be, and he's like, and I'm going to make sure that I can be found.
Yep. He's like, I'm ready for this opportunity.
He wants it.
I don't care where my brother is.
Yep.
I'm just here. Yeah.
Oh man. And so Arik and Eric do end up meeting with Mysaria's servant. I don't know if they're in like a bar or something like that.
Well, no, she meets him in the pits.
Oh, that is the pits.
Yeah, she meets him in the pits, and then pretty much says, I know where Mysaria wants to talk to the Hand of the King.
The White Worm wants.
Not Mysaria. Sorry. The White Worm wants to talk to the Hand of the King, and they're like, how do we know it's pretty much real?
Yep. And she's like, well, she has information that the Hand of the King will want, and if you set up the meeting, like pretty much he won't be disappointed. And so they do. They don't show that part, but they must go talk to Otto.
Yeah.
Right. And Caswell this whole time. Oh wait, we didn't. Oh, sorry, I glossed right over. So after Sir Criston Cole and Aemond and all those guys go look for Aegon, there's a meeting that's happening at in the throne room.
In the throne room, yep.
Yeah, with all the lords.
All the lords who I think swore banners to Rhaenyra.
Yep. 20 years ago.
20 years ago.
And so now Otto is asking all those same houses to swear allegiance to Aegon, letting them know Aegon's going to be your king. You kind of have no choice.
Pretty much. You're stuck in here until you choose, or you're dead.
Dead. Yep.
So, I mean, like...
Some of the houses bend the knee right away. Some are standing, holding true.
Yep.
2 get escorted out to their deaths.
Pretty much, we think.
Yeah, and Caswell, he's like, what do I do? He's like, you 2 are dead. Okay. Long live the king, and takes a knee.
Yep.
But he doesn't feel comfortable with it. Oh. And the moment... Oh, sorry?
No, he's good. He just shouldn't have... Yeah, he just should have been more patient.
Should have been patient. He's getting antsy.
He's getting too antsy.
He's seeing what's unfolding, and he doesn't want to die, and he doesn't want to be an oath breaker. And so after that moment where we were just talking about with Eric, and Sir Criston Cole and Aemond, you get to see Caswell again.
Yep.
And this time he is at the gates.
Just all antsy.
He's antsy. He wants out.
Yep, he is.
And he's got the biggest news of the century, that Viserys is dead. And probably, wants to get some news to Rhaenyra, who he swore allegiance to.
Absolutely.
As the gates open, though, it's short-lived, and he gets captured.
Yep. He's
Yeah.
taken down and brought before Otto.
By who rats him out? Frickin'. Let me show you this. This guy, Laris, is sneaking around and he sees Caswell trying to get out and rats him out. And
Little Lord Laris. He's just a. I don't know how to describe that guy.
this is a moment though. This picture is a moment that we will definitely talk about here in a second.
Absolutely, we're gonna talk about Justin's favorite scene.
It's a good one.
It is.
Yeah, and so he gets captured, and I would assume he's dealt with the same way as the other two. He probably killed.
No, they show him actually later.
Do they show him later?
They show him later. I'll just say it real quick. They show him later when Rhaenys, when she's sneaking out with Eric. They show him hanging.
That's him.
That's him.
Oh, in the corridor.
In the Red Keep, yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, I was trying to. I went back and watched that one. That shot is really dark.
Yeah.
They're all dark. It's really like not until minute like 50 or like 49, 58 that the show lightens up when it's the dragon pits.
Oh yeah.
Right up until then, it is dark. And depending on what screen you're watching it on, you have not seen anything at this point. And so you get the last 10 minutes of. You can finally watch the episode.
No wonder we couldn't tell the twins apart.
It's so dark.
That must be it.
Yeah. But yeah, so they deal with Caswell.
Yep.
Which is just sad. He was just trying to get out, and
Yeah. So in between all this,
Mm-hmm.
well, actually after all this, we see. Speaking of Rhaenys. Speaking of Rhaenys, she is still locked in her room.
She is.
And then.
And then she gets freed.
No, she's not freed. This is when Allison comes and talks to her.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta love Allison.
Yeah. So they, but this is another moment for you. Because you like
no,
Allison.
I actually didn't like Allison in this scene. Justin. No, because she's playing her game here. This is not pure blood Allison. She's just talking to Rhaenys. She's like, hey, join our side. You get Driftmark. You get all this stuff. Why would you even want Rhaenyra to rule? Pretty much, you're the queen that wasn't. She was never. Stuff like that. She's just trying to butter her up and everything like that.
She's playing the politics.
Pretty much because she has a dragon, I think. If she didn't have a dragon, I think this would be a different story. And she wasn't the heir and Driftmark. I think those are pretty big in this. She's just trying to butter her up and everything like that. But Rhaenys is actually really smart in how she deals with it. She doesn't like girls.
Rhaenys?
No.
I don't think so.
She only likes her family, and she trusts no one else. So she's not believing anything that she's saying.
True.
She's just like talking into yeah, sure, whatever.
But she's kind of giving her enough to get Allison to go away.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
She gives her a compliment. She's like, "Oh, you're smarter than I took you to be," and stuff like that. And like she's still questioning her and her motives because Allison's kind of telling her like, regardless of what you think, your brother with his dying breath said Aegon should be king. And Rhaenys is just like, we all just saw him yesterday, and he still wanted freaking Rhaenyra to be king. Yeah, so she's not buying it, but she knows that she needs to tread lightly to stay alive. Yeah. Right? This is a very delicate situation, and the wrong thing said could be her life.
Pretty much.
Yeah. And in the book, just to give you a full story here, in the book at this point, Corlys is back in Driftmark.
Not Driftwood, Driftmark.
At one of the drifts.
Yeah, he's on the drift.
Yeah, so he is back. Whether he's dead or alive, you'll find out in the next episode.
What?
Yeah, there's no way that they do not cover Driftwood. What'd you say?
I don't even know anymore.
Oh man,
Drift something.
Yeah. I'm screwing myself up.
It's Driftmark.
Driftmark. There we go. I need to get wood out of my head.
You've been thinking about Laris way too much.
Oh, but so they will show what Corlys' state is in the next episode because kind of what happens at the end of this episode, Rhaenys needs to become more powerful. And that's all I'll say for this moment.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah. Just kidding. Yeah. So after this, she knows she's screwed, but she needs to get out.
She needs to play a game to get out, pretty much. Just to stay alive, actually. I think she needs to play the game to stay alive, not to get out. She's not going to show that she's trying to get away, but just to play the game to stay alive. That's what we do, right? Survival, right? Basic instincts.
That's it. You gotta. And then the next moment is Otto meeting with the
White
white
worm.
worm. Yeah, which is pretty cool because we get to see who she is. Well, we know who she is.
We knew who she was based on past episodes, but we truly get to hear her speak about it and stuff like that and talk about it and how she does it.
Exactly. And you get to have this kind of like power play conversation happening, which is cool because it's kind of reminiscent of the old Game of Thrones.
And so on this scene, though, the White Worm Mysaria, seems very comfortable, even though she's with the Hand of the King and 2 Kingsguard.
Yeah.
She doesn't seem panicked. She doesn't seem like, even though they could be like, hey, we're going to kill you until you tell us, she seems calm.
She does, and I think because she has the upper hand, right?
True, yes.
She has Aegon, and they're not going to touch her until they get Aegon.
She's just so calm, though. I think she's got a lot more up her sleeve than she's really letting on.
Okay.
I don't know what, but I think she's very calculated.
Yeah, I think so too. Because you're right. She definitely, the way she's talking, she definitely has the upper hand, and she knows it. And so she's pretty much just letting herself know to Otto.
Did you see that?
What?
Otto smiled.
Aww.
Did you see it?
Does he smile?
He's a smiley guy. Did you see it? Look at it. Watch. Here he goes. Look at. Here it goes. Look at. Oh, you see it?
You yourself are the mysterious white worm, I take it. And maybe this is because he's Laris does talk about, how Otto knows of this whole like network of busy bees and whatnot. And so maybe this is kind of like cool, now I know who you are, and now if I need stuff done or information, I can just go right to you.
Absolutely.
Right? Because he does say like this is a moment he's not going to forget. Because she's just like, after you get Aegon, do not forget our conversation. But essentially, their conversation is that she, and maybe we already mentioned it, but she just wants the child pits dealt with.
Yeah, she's a good woman then. She doesn't want kids getting killed or beating each other to death.
She's a leader for the common people.
Yep, there's not many of them.
No, and so she's trying to better it from the ground up. And she pretty much just wants Otto's word. If I give you Aegon, you will deal with this. And Otto doesn't say much except for that he's going to look into it. But she's just like, you better not forget this conversation because we are the people that allow you to be in power. And that's a pretty bold statement.
That is a bold statement right
to
there.
The Hand of the King, who is acting as king right now.
Yep.
Like, you are in your spot because we are letting you. And she does say, like, and remember that when Aegon is king, it is because we let him be king. And he says, I will not forget this. So she is coming from a place of, like, I've got all the cards, listen to me.
Yep.
Which, in Game of Thrones, we've seen go both ways. Either it really works or it really does not work.
And we'll find out how she does with it. I mean, because she's really confident in her abilities. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I think this is a very weird conversation. Weird, and the fact that she's so confident.
Because I feel like the Dornish guy was also kind of in that position in certain situations, and he just flaunted that he was kind of untouchable and all this stuff. And then we know what happens with him with the.
He got too cocky.
Yeah,
should finish the job.
Was that with the mountain?
Yep.
Oh, that was a gruesome scene.
That was a very gruesome scene.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so she needs to play her cards well here. Like, I think she is, but moving forward, you definitely got to play.
Especially now that he has a face with her.
Exactly.
And he knows that Talia's working with her and stuff like that. Well, she probably knows by now.
Yep. Well,
and also, he is shocked to know that she knows that the king is dead.
Yeah, that's the first thing she says when she sits down.
And so when I saw that is when I knew that the lights in the window were for her.
Good call.
Because Talia lit them up, and we saw Talia in the few prior episodes.
We can play that moment because it is kind of an interesting little thing here. You get to see, I think there's like a mutual understanding at this point from Otto, because he's just like, holy cow, like, you are who you say you are, and you do have birdies everywhere. Yep. Because here... Hold on, I'll pause it because I don't want...
He's about to smile. That's why you want to pause it.
Oh, that was this moment. Okay, so okay. No, I just want to pause it so HBO doesn't say, hey, don't use our stuff.
Yeah. They never flag our stuff. Look at this. Oh!
And then this is where she says... Hold on, I'll pause it again. I'm sorry for the pausing.
Not.
But we are pretty much showing you Game of Thrones for free, so...
No, we're not.
No, we're not. And he's like, whoa, how did you know this?
Boom. Ace in the hole right
yeah,
there. She's
it is. That's a boss move right there.
Mhm.
My condolences on the passing of the king. And he's just like, we just locked everybody up so nobody talked. Like, how the heck do you know this? And yeah, so you're definitely right about the candles. Subtle little details, and I love that because Game of Thrones was chock full of it. And I did feel kind of House of the Dragons was lacking in that department, but we're definitely starting to see more subtle things.
We are starting to see a little bit more. Yeah, we are starting to see a little bit more. It does help reading the books a little bit.
Sure.
Kind of know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Kinda. Not everything.
But if you haven't read the books, we're pointing these out so you start to look for them.
Even though I was wrong on something, and I'll explain it later.
Oh, okay. Colby wrong. I'm gonna remember this moment.
We're gonna record it.
Yeah. So yeah, they have their conversation. She gets her gold and a promise that he'll look into shutting down the child pits.
Yep. And then next scene, we see what?
We see the temple.
We see the Temple of Doom.
Because she's the Temple of Doom. Yeah, she sells Aegon out and says where he's at. So
I don't know if she sells him out. I think she's just using her power on this part. She's just giving him what he wants so she can get what she wants.
Yeah, no, I think so. Yeah.
So yeah, we find Aegon in the temple, and all they do is hear him, and it doesn't look like he's like hidden in there. It just looks like he's laying there.
Yeah, which it's kind of here. I'll make this.
It's
full
too
screen.
dark.
It's way too dark. It is brightened up in this. Hopefully, it shows that way when you're watching this. But Aegon is under here, which there's only one little opening right there. So I don't know what this is for, but yeah. So Eric and Arik are walking by and they hear him, kind of just making noises.
Yeah.
Right. I think he's just. It's probably noises.
Drunk?
Yeah, right. He stays up late. He's always partying. He's always doing stuff. So I think he's just like sore and just.
I'm surprised he hasn't gotten kidnapped before.
Sure. Should be a pretty recognizable face, right? And you're just walking around King's Landing like it's nothing.
That's a Aegon Targaryen, and he doesn't look like he probably doesn't carry his sword with him.
No, he doesn't even have his protector, which would be Arik.
Arik, yeah.
Yeah, and so because Otto questioned Arik and was like, "Hey, where's Aegon?" I don't know.
He commanded me to go away.
Yeah, he commands me to disappear so he can escape, and yeah.
What am I supposed to do? Lose.
That's it. And so yeah, they're walking by and they hear
weird noises.
And they're just like, "Wait a minute, did you hear that? I think it might be Aemond." So pause it. And
Aegon.
Oh, did I say Aemond?
You did.
Oh, Aegon. Okay. Thanks for correcting me,
right.
Cotton.
It's all right.
There's the candles. Too bad there wasn't like Gregorian chant or something going on here. Listen.
He's like, I think they pretty much just go straight down and get him. Like, oh no, they do move a shelf. They did move a shelf. Okay. But he's just chilling in there. Like,
but we couldn't see that watching the show.
No, couldn't see. It was way too dark.
I'm so glad this is brightened up quite a bit. And there's My Chemical Romance.
Yeah, and he's ticked off. You woke me up. But yeah, so now
this is like another moment for Eric and Arik because they've just gone through everywhere Aegon would be, and already Eric's just kind of like, this is not the right king.
This is our king?
Right? He's going to all these places, doing all these things, letting his children go to these pits to have their teeth filed down and nails grown to attack, and he's just like, I'm not, this isn't what I signed up for.
Well, okay, so take it back to that child pit a little bit. You said that he lets his kids do that. I think he's stuck there. I think his kids are stuck there because he can't actually claim them to be his because then they'll get killed.
Sure. But maybe, either get him out.
Otto would kill his kids.
Otto would kill his kids for sure. But either get him out of the King's Landing, somewhere safe, or just deal with it right there.
I just think Otto would kill his kids.
Yeah. So, I mean, before they grow up and have a terrible life, I don't know, just pull a freaking Anakin Skywalker and just get rid of the younglings.
Real mature.
Not that I'm like condoning it or anything, but I'm saying
mature.
Anything would be better than letting them grow up in the pits.
That's true.
Right?
The pits are never good. No matter what pits they're from, pits are always bad.
I would 100% prefer him to get the kids out and let them.
I don't think he cares, though, because he's still a kid himself.
True.
He doesn't care.
Kid can't raise kids.
No.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's a sad moment. But, yeah, Eric and Arik, they're getting torn apart. Arik is just soulless, doesn't care. He's fully committed. Whatever you tell me to do, I'll do it. And Yeah, and Eric's just like that ain't me, bro.
Yeah. So yep, and then they finally bring him outside, probably arguing the whole time. I think they're arguing a little bit about and then a great scene happens.
Oh yes, it is. It is. Here,
That was great. It could have been better, I think.
I think it just wanted to really. I don't think it really wanted to focus on Eric and Arik at this point. I think it wanted to focus on Aemon and Aegon as like brothers fighting.
Yeah, because Kristen Cole and Arik should have been a better fight.
Yeah,
I thought it would have been a better fight if they're both Kingsguard. I thought the Kingsguard are supposed to be like the best ever.
Yep, you could have really had a good like sword battle here. But yeah, they're met by Sir Kristen Cole, and he's just like, "Sorry to do this to you, brother, but I'm gonna stop you." And another thing that I noticed is that I really don't like Sir Kristen Cole.
Pause it.
He does say sorry, and he also does not kill Arik.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He disarms him.
Yeah.
Picks up his sword and still doesn't kill him.
Why do you want him to kill Arik?
No, I don't. But it kind of just seems like Sir Kristen Cole's on this like war path.
Yeah.
Just like you
Seeing
defy me,
red.
you're dead. Yeah. So I was like, okay, why? Part of me was like, why doesn't he just kill him?
Yeah, because he doesn't know where they're going with him.
Exactly.
No, I think he did.
Oh yeah, he knows Otto.
He told Otto.
So if he kills him, he's gonna have to deal with Otto.
Yeah,
okay.
and that's his lord.
It's true.
That's me guessing. That's honestly me guessing. That's not anything
speculating.
That's speculating 100%.
Because at the very moment he is acting as king, as the hand of the king. So yeah, I guess you wouldn't want to do that.
Nope.
And so yeah, you get to see this kind of. It is a cool moment in the episode. It kind of breaks it up from the monotony that you've been seeing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you see, actually pay attention because it's light.
you can see what's going on.
What the heck?
Oh, okay. So maybe this is the first light up scene you get to see, and then the next one is the dragon pits.
And see, there's Eric just chilling.
Yeah. So he does not want to partake in this. Let's actually go back. Can I?
Yeah, you can go back. Whatever you want to do.
Right. We have the power. I just wanted to pause it on the disapproval of Eric here.
Any second?
It's got to be there.
It's right about here. No.
Yep, it is right.
Yeah, right there.
He is not going to partake.
Nope, he's done.
He's watching his brother fight Sir Kristen Cole, which the outcome very well could be death, and he's still just like, this is the path you chose, Arik. This ain't for me.
You were the chosen one.
You were the chosen one. Yeah, and so at this moment, once it is after the fight's over, but Eric does choose to walk away and flee. And there is another moment that we know that he does that we'll talk about in a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, so now this is the official split up of the twinsies.
The twinsies, yep.
Yep. And after this moment, I think it hops back over to Allison and Otto talking. I mean, we could talk a little bit more about this here. I'll skip ahead because these two are fighting, and Aemon almost had his moment because Aegon is pleading like, look, I never wanted to be found. I never wanted to be king. Let me flee. I'll get a ship. You'll never see me again. And Aemon is like, yeah, this sounds pretty good.
Yeah, that does sound good. But I don't think they'd ever stop. I think they'd never stop searching for him, and they would never, now that they're this far in, I don't think they're not going to Rhaenyra.
I think so. Well, yeah, right.
I don't think he is next in line. I think he realizes that. I think he needs Aegon
to officially be king,
and then he would be
pass.
him. Yes,
but it does seem like he's about to side with him, and then Sir Kristen Cole breaks up the moment and is like, "Queen's looking for you."
Always,
yeah.
Freaking Kristen Cole.
Oh man, he's just the loyal little puppy dog, dude. And so after this moment, I think it goes on over to Allison talking to Otto. Yep. Because now she has Aegon and she wants him to know.
She's got the power.
Yeah, right. And this is where she finds out. This is also the split up. So the twins just split up. And this is the official moment where Allison and Otto kind of split up.
Yep. So she pretty much comes into him and be like, what is going on? You've been playing me as a puppet this whole time. She's like, am I just some puppet to you that you can move around as a piece, like on a board or whatever? And he's like, I did what I had to do.
Oh yeah, she's kind of ticked that she's where she's at in life because of him.
Yeah.
Right. She does lay it all out to him that I've always done what you've asked me to. And he's like, look, you're queen of the Seven Kingdoms. Like, would you have had it any other way? And she's like, I never had that chance to find out.
Yeah.
And he's kind of like just. She reiterates that she wants the letter to be sent to Rhaenyra, and he's like, I don't think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Like,
which I think he's right, but I also never want to side with Otto. No. I don't. Well, they already chose their path, so there was no good way this was going to happen either way. So
that's it. And she tells him here, I forgot what she told him, but she's like, I have Aegon. He's going to rule the way I want to rule, and you need to set up the coronation, and we're going to go crown him, and just get it done and get out of my face, essentially. And once she leaves the room, Otto like mumbles under his breath like it'll be done or something like that, and he's defeated.
He is. I don't like him.
No,
just don't like him. Like, how could such a perfect angel be from him? You know?
Well, yeah.
Just kidding.
And then after this moment, we still are on Alicent.
Yeah.
And we get to see our buddy, which I'll just show this.
This is actually my background on my phone right now.
Which it should be, because there's no better face from Laris than right here.
I personally have, I don't know the right word. I kind of have a fetish for Laris.
Do you? Because Laris has a fetish that we're about to find out.
He does. So Laris is pretty much the opposite of the White Worm. They're yin and yang.
Yeah, I think so.
They're yin and yang, and he pretty much tells her that he's got spies everywhere. And do you want me to get rid of them?
And
for a price.
Oh,
that is very important right there. So this is where I screwed up. I thought that was Beesberry stuff,
which would make sense because Beesberry should have a sigil of bee.
It is not. It is actually Laris's sigil. And we noticed that when the Strongs died in their own keep, we noticed that those guys with no tongues had the bee sigil. So I thought it was Beesberry.
Which is going to play a part again in this episode.
It does.
And I'm so glad you noticed this. But
I screwed that up. That was my fault. But come on.
Yeah. Come on. We're human. We make mistakes.
But Laris has... Yeah, so he's pretty much telling it, I'll get it done. You know what the price is.
Yeah. Well, hold on. All right. So, yeah. That is what Laris is talking about. Oh, he's smiling.
Yeah, he's cute.
Yeah, something like that. I wouldn't want that around any school, but yeah. So he's talking to the queen. He wanted to be the first to talk to her, and he's like, "Hey, you found Aegon first. Good for you, kiddo." And pretty much just like, "Hey, by the way, I want to talk to you about your dad," and which is kind of a weird. Hold on. So he wants to talk to her about her dad. That he's aware of this network of bees that are whispering. Keeping tabs on everybody in the Red Keep. But it's a weird move to pull the veil, pull the sheets open and whatnot, because he's also a part of the same network.
Yeah, he is.
And so why reveal something when it could impact you?
I think maybe she already knows.
Sure.
That he is, but maybe he didn't know his dad knew about it.
Oh, and the whole yin and yang thing, he probably sees the White Worm as competition.
He does.
Yeah.
Obviously, he does.
Yep. And so he plays it off as he's helping the queen, but he offers to get rid of the White Worm I think really to benefit himself.
Yes, I think he's going to say, hey, let's get rid of this other network so I have all the power of the Whisperers.
That's it. Every secret has to run through me.
Yep.
And
that's why he's smiling.
Laris.
That's why he's smiling.
That's why. Well, he's at this moment, that's why he's smiling.
And this is great information that he's giving her.
Yeah.
This is good. Like, this is worth a lot of gold.
It would be.
And it should be.
Yeah.
Or
so whoa. All right. So what just happened is Alicent pulled her feet out and she's warming them up by the fire, and this catches Laris's attention.
I think she pulled her feet out. I think this isn't the first time she pulled her feet out for him.
Oh.
Because why would she pull her feet out and take off her socks or stockings, whatever they are? Come on.
Right. Maybe this is like the trade. Like he gets to stare, maybe play with her feet or something for these little secrets. Just look at him.
That's all he needs.
Old clubfoot.
So I actually because I think you brought it up today. Is you think?
Yeah, it makes sense
that he likes feet because he
has a muffed up foot.
He has a muffed up foot, and he's not used to seeing good feet.
Yeah.
And that's his weakness is good feet. I guess.
Sure.
To each their own, I guess. I mean, I didn't know this is a real thing.
Yeah.
I heard it was, but I thought it was a joke. Maybe it's still a joke. I don't know if this is actually a real thing.
It would make sense, like how short people like tall people. I was gonna say something inappropriate, but
let's not do that.
Yeah. So him having a muffed up foot, he probably really idolizes like a perfect looking foot, and to him, this is
the queen's foot.
This is the queen's foot, and this is how he can get his rocks off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which is gross that they show this. She does know. She lets this happen, and she looks away.
Yes.
While he's doing this.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm just realizing this as we're talking about it. And this is why I love that we do this, because we find out more information.
We do.
Yeah, so while he's saying this, and Alicent never agrees to anything, but Laris knows. Like, I'm going to propose this to you, and you're going to like it, and whether you say yes or no, I'm just going to do it for you.
Yep.
And so, yeah, she's got her feet out. She's getting them all warm in the light and moving them around. In this moment, Laris does take it upon himself to help himself out, and Alicent looks away. She doesn't want to watch this.
I would love to hear that first conversation they have. I will give you any information. Just let me see your feet. Like, what?
Yeah, right? You'd be taken back. You'd be like, what?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
I will take care of all the things you need taken care of, but just let me see them feet. Huh?
Like my big toe or the whole thing? Like, what do you want to see?
That had to be. So, yeah, obviously this happens before. This happens multiple times because she looks shamed.
She does.
So she just turns away and lets him carry it on. Carry on, Laris. Carry on.
Man, carry on my wayward son.
Yep, carry on.
Oh, man, that's gnarly.
Yeah.
And
while this is going on,
he does reveal to her, though, that one of her closest friends, Allison doesn't have a lot of friends. And what's crazy is that, like, anybody that does actually talk to her is a shady character.
Mm-hmm.
So I will say in the books, this does make me think about the books. Is so obviously Alicent's on the wrong side of every conversation in the books.
Mm-hmm.
She tried to confide in Rhaenyra when they were younger. Rhaenyra pushed her away for obvious reasons. She got with her father. She feels alone. She feels isolated. And anybody that does come up to her, like Laris, Otto, all the people she does talk to, they're all shady characters. Talia, and this is her only friend circle. This is the only people she can confide in. So, maybe I think like if you had like a nice kid and all of their friends were thugs, you're bound to do some thuggish things and get in trouble, even though you're like
bad company corrupts good character,
right? And you're guilty by association. So I'll give Alicent a little benefit of the doubt. She doesn't have any good role models in her life.
I don't even think Rhaenyra's a good role model.
Rhaenyra wouldn't be.
Oh yeah, you're on her team though.
I am on her team, but I do think that Rhaenyra would get her out of Dragon's Keep, which is get her out of the keep, which is also what I loved that Rhaenys said to her. She was like, "You have no plan on sitting on the Iron Throne yourself. All you care about is the men in your life. Your husband, your father, your son. You're trapped in this castle." And instead of trying to escape or better yourself, all you're trying to do is make a little window for yourself so you can see out of it.
It's like the same thing that Rhaenyra said to her a long time ago, like episode 3 or 2.
Mm-hmm. It was when they were talking out by the tree.
Yep.
And she pretty much said just that. Like, you're like frozen. You're stuck in this like prison, and you're just playing the part. Like,
what can she do?
Why? You could live, or you could just play the part. Right?
Oh.
True.
What? Cause she's stuck.
Yeah. But she allows herself to be stuck.
She does, and she planted her roots.
Mm-hmm. Deeply.
Yep.
And so I love that moment with Rhaenys and Alicent. And so this moment with the rocks getting off. So Alicent talks to Aegon. This is kind of the next moment where they're in the carriage together.
Oh yeah.
Which I'll just hop over to that scene so we can get a little visual of that. Which is
we have to get rid of Lord Laris.
I don't want to. Oh, wait. We can get a little shot, though, of... so, after this... Is that it right after?
Yeah.
Oh, my notes are a little backwards. Sorry, guys. So, The cool thing, and I'll talk before I show this. So we hop back over to Rhaenys. She's still all this time stuck in her room, locked in.
We don't know how much time has gone by.
In the book, 7 days, or more.
But she's not even in.
But she's not there in the books. Yeah.
So it's a little bit different. So maybe 7 days. We'll say 6 days.
Yeah, there we go.
No, this is day 7.
There we go. And so she's waiting, and she's supposed to give Allison an answer. Allison said, make your decision, ring the bell, and let me know. She hasn't rung the bell, but we saw Arik and Eric split up.
Yep.
Eric, he wants to get out of there, and he wants to go side with Rhaenyra, and he knows that Rhaenys is also trapped there, and had previously sided with Rhaenyra, so he runs over to where Rhaenys is, frees her, and is like, we got to get you out of here.
Yeah.
Rhaenys wants her dragon, but Eric's like, there's no way. Like, they know your face. They're going to be looking for you. Let's just get you on the ships and get you out of here. And while they're trying to do this, they kind of get caught in this funneling of everybody. Everybody in the town is being funneled into the Dragon Keep.
It's like they're forcing. So it's like they're
Definitely,
forcing them.
yeah. Like
forcing them to see this king be crowned.
Hey, you guys, come
Come
check
on.
this out.
But they're forcing them, so it's not
like sheep. Just
Yeah.
And so I'll play like a little snippet, but he's kind of trying to look for a safe path. And it's at this moment that all these people you can see in the distance
are getting funneled in.
And she gets caught up in it. And at that point, she gets separated from Eric, and she's forced to. Well, we'll see that in a second. But she's forced to follow everybody and go into the Dragon Keep.
Yep.
And
Dragon
Pit, sorry.
It's all good.
It's where they keep the dragons, but it's a Dragon Pit. And but it hops over to this carriage ride, and you get to see Alicent and Aegon talking. And she's letting him know, like, look, hey, your dad named you on it with his dying breath.
Yep. And he doesn't believe it either.
No. Yeah, he even says no. There's no way.
Yeah, no way.
Dad didn't love me.
Yeah. Obviously he just wanted to be loved, and he was never felt with love. I mean, he was the one in the window.
Yeah, being all kingly. He was just trying to give everybody else some love.
He just feels like the odd man out all the time.
Yeah.
He's not a good warrior.
Nope.
He's probably good. He's probably just not great like his brother.
Right.
He's not a scholar.
Yeah.
He just likes girls.
Likes to get drunk and have fun.
Yep, drunk and have fun, and he doesn't see himself as king. Because this is actually, a good move by him. And he's like, I don't want to be king, because he knows he'd be bad at it.
Yep. Right. He's literally telling them, like, don't make me king.
Yeah.
Like,
this is a mistake.
Yeah. And kind of, he's talking to Allison. He does say, like, look, Dad never loved me. I just don't understand why he would ever want me to be king. And looks at Allison and is like, do you love me?
You imbecile.
Yeah. Like, that's her only words to him.
I mean, and the reason I think she says that is because she's like, obviously, everything we've done is for you. We're putting everything on the line for you. Yeah. Obviously, we love you. You're just too stupid to realize it.
Yeah, and she even kind of says that, like, you have no idea, like, what we've gone through to get you to this point.
Who they want to kill for you.
Yep. And so you just better freaking appreciate what's happening here. But he doesn't see it in this moment. He does by the end of this episode. And you get to see, like, a little, I think the power goes straight to his head.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Here, I'll skip ahead a little bit. Yeah, do you love me, mommy? All right, so now Rhaenyra sees where everybody's going.
Yep, getting funneled into the Dragon Pit. Now, when they show this, earlier in the show, when they showed the Dragon Pit, when the kids go in it, it is not this big.
Oh, there's a good shot.
Yeah. It is not this big.
And what's crazy is the inside still looks bigger than this outside shot.
Yeah.
Right? When they do the grand scale here in just a second, that is massive inside.
Yep. So in the books, it says about 80,000 people can fit into the Dragon Pit, which doesn't look that big from this side. But unless it goes down, I would think it would go down because you're going up to get to it. Well, I guess all the dragons are down. But it doesn't look that big. But in the first part, when we see all the boys, the Jace, Luke, Aegon, Aemond, it does not look this big.
No, it doesn't. No,
at all.
When they're standing in it, right?
That's when the pink dread came out.
Yep.
There's no way that's the same.
Like, they're so close to all the walls. I mean, it's not like they could touch it, but they could run over to it pretty quickly.
Yeah, it looks like a soccer field.
Yeah. And so everybody's funneling in. They're going to see the coronation of Aegon and Otto. Everybody is up there.
Smug
look,
like.
right? Look at our show. We are the Hightowers. We are having this grand coronation to...
He's got his chin up and everything. You can tell he's just a smug like. Kristen Cole, why don't kill him?
Right? Do something good with your life, Sir Kristen Cole. Rhaenys enters, and it is packed. And what's kind of funny is in the books they debate how many people were actually in this
40 to
thing.
80,000.
Yeah, like Mushroom says that the stands weren't even halfway packed.
But he's also not on Team Alicent.
He's not. So anytime he can like badmouth her, he's going to.
Yep. And then they also said everyone else said it was packed.
Yeah.
Yeah. With how they were funneling, I could see it being packed. I don't know how people got to the second level, but yeah.
This is a cool shot.
This is really cool.
So this is when Aegon is making his grand entrance, and I just love this moment. And maybe I can show like a second of.
Like if this wouldn't get you pumped up to be king, nothing in life would. Like,
oh, dude,
if I have all these people, these sworn protectors protecting me behind as I walk. Ah,
right. Look at this. Like he's walking through this.
Except these idiots aren't even looking at him.
I know. They're probably CG
looking at the big screen. Like they should all. They're not even turned towards him.
No. And that's so fake because you would.
Yes, you would. There's no screen to watch.
No, there's no screen to watch. And like when you're in a crowd and a celebrity walks by, or you're at a football stadium and the team comes out, everybody looks. You want to see like the entrance, and nobody. Oh, hey, you know what's funny? They're all facing him right there.
Now they are. Yeah, but back then they were not.
No, here, let me play. I backed up. So when it goes to the.
See, like look at that.
Look at that. They're all facing the other way now.
Yeah, what? Really? He's right next to you within 10 feet, and you're looking. Let's look at stupid Otto.
They are having.
They screwed that up there.
They screwed that up.
Yeah, see, look at they're all facing forward. Come on, GOT. You need better than that.
Oh, man. They need to place those actors better. But that's just so cool. All the swords are dropping right behind
them. And this
him.
part, right, that's a good look right there.
That is. And that's the moment when I was watching it where I was like, holy, My Chemical Romance.
That's when you fell in love.
Right, sure. Boom.
Yeah, right there.
That emo kid, man, I bet he's going to have so many accessories at Hot Topic.
I mean, yeah. But yeah, he looks right then from the very beginning of him walking through this to this, completely different kid.
Yeah.
Completely different kid.
Like it's sinking in. Like I'm about to be king, and I'm gonna get to do whatever I want.
Yeah, I don't think he realizes how much power a king has. I think he just saw like the crappy side of it.
Yeah, the responsibility.
Yeah, the responsibility. I don't think he realized the power.
Yeah. Until
this moment,
which it's consuming him for sure. That look right there.
Yeah, he looks like Anakin. Look, he looks like he's gonna cry.
He does.
He's an emo.
This is such a sad moment. My life sucks. I'm about to be king.
That is so
All
cool.
the swords go up.
Yep,
okay. Yeah, I don't want HBO to.
No, we gotta certainly pause at certain times. Just
Rhaenys is analyzing what's going on.
They're not looking at the same thing. Just point that out.
They really got to figure that out.
Like green. Look at the green. Put the green up in the background. Look at green. Don't look at red.
Oh my gosh! Like there's only one thing happening in this room, and so everybody's eyes would be on it.
Yep.
That's terrible.
It's too bad. Come on, guys. Come on.
Get it together. And so they go through. They announce that he's going to be king, and they give him the sword. Which sword was it? Do you remember? It's not the sister. It's the.
It's not Oathbreaker, is it?
No. So, Aegon's sword. I'm gonna look this up really quick. Blackfire.
Oh, it's spelled cool too. Blackfyre.
Yeah. Black fur.
Fear like a pyre.
Like a Viking.
Like a pyre.
So yeah. So in this, he's getting Aegon the Conqueror's crown, and he's also getting Blackfire. So there's the crown. In the books, Aegon actually didn't want this crown. He wanted Viserys' crown with the jewels on it. And so we're going to circle back or do a callback. So Eric is a busy boy. And when he separated from Arik, he also made a pit stop before he visited Rhaenys. In the book, the crown that you see Alicent put on Viserys' body, He steals Viserys' crown.
The crown does get stolen, and it is taken away from the Red Keep.
It is. And I don't know if in the book if he's the one that actually physically
It's
steals
one of
it.
3 people. I need to reread it again.
Yeah.
But it's one of 3 people. One of 3 kings. No, I won't say that. Never mind.
Sure. But yeah, so in the book, Aegon wanted that crown. Alicent pretty much just says, like, it's with the body. We can't.
Yeah.
So you're going to get this crown instead. And, I mean, it doesn't really serve a purpose, so I can see why they left it out of the show. But a little different from the book.
Yeah, a little bit different.
Yeah. And then, so they put that on his head. Aemon is just furious. Yeah. He's like, this crappy little kid. He doesn't even want it. And he's getting it. And instantly, right here, he does, like, the first king move. And, like, looks at every single person and waits for their, like, you know. Approval. Yeah. It's like, I'm king. Nod.
I'm king, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Looks at mom, she nods. Looks at the wife, she nods. Looks at the brother, he kind of...
You're an idiot.
Does like a subtle little head turn. And but doesn't full on nod. Looks over at Otto, and Otto does the biggest, like, my king, right? Yeah, I can't wait to be your puppeteer later. Like, yeah. And all hail his grace. And this is where, like, he's just kind of, he looks like he's going to be the Mad King. Or Magon-esque. Like, I mean, it's in his blood. But,
yeah.
But I don't know what Magon looks like, but I kind of imagine something cruel and sinister like this look right here.
Yeah, he looks pretty crazy.
Yeah. So everybody's cheering. Yeah, they're just kind of like, whoa, like, I didn't even know the king was dead, but I guess we have a new king.
Oh,
and
that's for me.
Yeah. And this, I think this is going to go far with him because obviously right before this he was talking about,
I did it.
I got him to be king. He just wants love. And right now he's getting a whole coliseum full of love. And so you finally get to see him react in a positive way. He's just like, oh my gosh, all these people are here for me. Yeah.
Yeah. He is so excited. Yeah. No one's loved him like this.
No.
Not even the people he's paid to love him.
Exactly. Like, he is soaking it in.
Yep. Loves it. Loves every second of it. This is what
boom. And it is quickly over here in just a second. This is such a...
Yeah, so it's quick. So he loves it. This is probably why he hates him so much. But this is his moment. This is the best moment of his life, I bet. He feels like that. And all this attention, because he always wanted to be loved. And now he's getting everything he wanted. And then...
He's on the highest of highs, and he's about to be on the lowest of lows here in a second. Scared in front of all of King's Landing. Protected by Mama. Because while this was happening, Rhaenys used it as an opportunity to go sneak down into the dragon pit.
Distracted with the king coronation.
She goes and gets her dragon, and she's not leaving quietly.
Nope.
I'll do a quick little play here because he's soaking it in.
Did it.
Yeah, I did it, Mama. I did it. Oh, look at that. That's a look
this is gonna suck.
Yeah, right. She got her son to be king, but she knows her son, and her son is not the best kid. And so she's kind of like, this is kind of the look of like, what did I do?
I'm not mad.
I'm just disappointed.
Disappointed with my choices.
But everybody's rallying behind this, and I think she's, in the book she doesn't care, but I think this moment she's just like, this should have been Rhaenyra up here. And
or anyone else.
Anybody else. Amen. Go for it. And it doesn't really matter because this moment's about to be...
That's such a fake smile.
Fake smile. Just for the people. And boom.
How many died because of that right there?
So many. 20,000. I don't know.
No, maybe 1,000.
1,000, yeah. It's just a lot. And up from the smoke and rubble... Aemon, like you're going to do anything with your sword.
He's excited. He loves that.
Yeah. Something's happening. Let's fight. Everybody's trying to flee. They're trying to shut the doors, lock him in. Otto's screaming like,
no, give it a way out.
Yeah, right. Open the doors. Don't trap this dragon in here with us. Jeez. And she sees that Rhaenys' eyes are set on Aegon. And so Mama Alicent steps in front of Aegon.
Not Kristen Cole.
No.
Not the Kingsguard.
No.
Not them.
Oh, at this moment, he is Lord Commander.
He is the king. and he's Lord Commander, and he still doesn't protect him. This is why I think it's not always about. It's not Alicent.
He's gonna be terrible at his job.
He is gonna be terrible at his job.
Because now he has to swear, or he's sworn to protect the king, but he's still gonna be like by Allison's side.
Yep, and maybe Otto. I don't know.
Maybe Otto.
Sounds right.
But you get this cool little moment. We're gonna break it down here. Let's let the dragon get a little closer. So Alicent is in front of Aegon, protecting him. Rhaenys just wants Aegon killed. You know, she doesn't agree with any of this. And there's this moment here, right here, where they lock eyes, mother to mother. Rhaenys has lost both of her kids.
Yep.
Alicent still has all of her kids. But this is a mother, like, this is two moms protecting what's right.
Yep.
And I think this does go far with Rhaenys. Like, you're willing to kill yourself to protect your son. I don't want to be the
wouldn't protect her son.
Right.
Dragon fire burns so hot.
Right through.
Yeah.
But I don't think Rhaenys wants to be the one to take away a son's life.
So you're saying that if Alicent didn't step in front, if Kristen Cole would have stepped in front,
Dracarys.
So you think it's all about Alicent here?
Yep.
Like Alicent making the sacrifice. Okay.
Yeah. I think she's just like, you know what? I'll let you have this moment, but you're not going to win the war. And so there's this cool little...
Don't do it. I'm ready.
Yeah. Oh, that dragon just screaming, spitting on them. It is. And look at that. Aegon. I'm going to make this full screen really quick so you can see this a little bit better. Aegon is fearful. Like, he is like crying, shivering behind Mama there.
Mama.
And
love me,
anybody,
Mama.
Love me, Mama. Protect me, Mama. Anybody who's still alive and maybe looking.
Nope, they're not looking at him. They're looking at somewhere else in the balcony or something.
That's true. Oh, look at the banisters. Yeah. Those are new.
Those are pretty.
Yeah. But yeah, so you get to see Aegon. He went from the highest of highs. He's at the lowest of lows. He's still just a scared little kid. And yeah. And so at this moment, you know, she kind of just says like, look, I could have killed you, but I'm not going to. And
what? I have a heart, woman.
Yeah. And she flees.
Yep. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Boom. That is a really good episode. Really good episode.
Yeah. So she's obviously going straight to Dragonstone.
Yeah.
To tell Rhaenyra.
Yeah, so this is where I feel like it's okay to give you a little bit of information because judging by the preview, I have a feeling they're going to gloss over a fair bit because of what they showed, and judging by the books, they kind of make another little leap. Not years, luckily, but there's a leap. So after this moment, yeah, she's flying back to Driftmark. And she's going to go gather up the troops, tell Rhaenyra what's happening. At this moment, which I don't think they're going to show this because it's just a quick little tidbit in the book. While this is happening, Rhaenyra is delivering another child. It was going to be her first baby girl, but it was born a stillborn.
Yep.
And while she hears that, she does get news that Aegon is king. And so this sets her into labor really early, and she's like screaming, like, "Get this monster out of me! It feels like it's clawing in me." It is a stillborn, and they say like there's a hole where the heart should be, and all this stuff. And it was a baby girl, and they, send the thing away.
Nice.
The fetus. Well, it's a baby. They send babies getting dealt with. But Rhaenys and are. No.
We'll go into it later. Yeah, we're good. Yeah. So, anyways, we're going to anyways.
Yeah.
We don't know. So
We
let's
don't.
figure that out. Anyways, yeah. So that was a great episode. I enjoyed it. It's gonna set up a lot for the next coming episode, in episode 10, season finale. It's gonna be a big one. I think it's gonna be the tip of the iceberg. I think we're actually gonna get some dragon fights, maybe.
Yeah.
I think we're leaning that way.
Yeah.
Dragon fights. Get to see, because I think they said we were gonna see 10 dragons. Is what they said in season 1.
17 overall.
17 different dragons, or
Yep.
17 different dragons.
Yeah, from start to finish of season 1, you will have seen 17 different dragons.
Dang, I think we've seen like 7, 8,
I
9.
didn't feel like we saw that many.
I'll have to go count them. But yeah, so no, it was a very good episode. It gets me pumped up for the next episode. The only scene I didn't really that was Laris is really weird,
Yeah. Creepy Laris. We'll bring him up one more time just so you can enjoy this. Oh, look at that beautiful face.
He is a beautiful man. But overall, a very good episode, very good setup episode for the final 10 season finale, which is going to suck because of the fact that now we have to wait at least a year for the next episode season, which I am bummed but also happy about because, we've been watching this since day one. So pretty excited about that. But yeah, what do you think?
So far, overall, really good. I loved the last episode that kind of put into place, the Dance of the Dragons. This episode solidifies the Dance of the Dragons. Too big of moves were made without the consideration of everybody. There's no going back from this. And episode 10, the finale, is going to see everything unfold. All the decisions that have been made in this episode are going to have reactions, and we're going to see them in the next episode.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a good one. It is going to be an epic finale, and it's going to let you know. It's going to give you a little taste of what second season is going to be like.
What's to come.
What's to come, because I got to say, I am as excited as I am for episode 10, the finale. I am way more excited for the second season.
Yeah, the second season will be way better than the first one. The first one was a big setup, kind of like in Game of Thrones. The first one was kind of a setup towards the rest of the show. This is the same thing.
It's going to be mayhem. Lots of deaths, lots of battles.
Lots of Laris.
And
what else do you need?
I will say the battles take place primarily, at least in the books, out over the water and in the air.
We'll find out.
And so it could be anything. Oh, and we're not going to say where, but you were just saying that it is confirmed that.
I heard today that. I want to say it. That
sure. I don't know.
Winterfell is going to be in season 2.
That's going to be so cool.
And my favorite character.
If you show Winterfell, then do you also show the wall at that point?
Why not? The wall's there.
That'd be so cool.
It's pretty far away from the wall still.
It is pretty far, yeah.
We'll see.
Oh, man. So that's going to be exciting because it's going to feel a little more like Game of Thrones. You're branching out to all these other different houses, and it's going to make the world feel a little bigger, which will be cool.
Yeah, because this is all in King's Landing. All right.
Yep. Oh, man. Well, Cotton, this has been fun breaking this episode down. It's been a blast talking to you guys. Thanks for checking it out. If you're still with us this far, thank you. Toss a like on the video. Subscribe if you haven't. Flick that bell notification so you do not miss the season 10 finale breakdown, because there's going to be a lot to go over.
Lots to go over. Probably our longest episode, most thorough episode we've ever done in this book series.
We'll finally, because there won't be any more episodes, we can we'll have the opportunity to talk a little bit past the episode. Maybe. I don't know. Give the people, a little taste of what's to come.
We might have some.
Gotta give you guys a little some. But you guys have been awesome. Thanks for talking nerdy. We'll see you guys in the next episode.
Peace.